One of the biggest stories of 2020 in Utah kicked up on a stormy Saturday afternoon in May. A protest in downtown Salt Lake City exploded into chaos. News Specialist Alex Cabrera was there broadcasting live when the protest turned into a riot with the flipping and burning of a Salt Lake City police car.
Stand up, stand up.
Protests have always happened in Utah, and the morning of May 30th wasn't all that much different. People voicing their opinions on the national topic of police brutality.
Hands up, don't shoot!
I'm really glad it's not violent because our kids are here and we want to show that we can protest peacefully.
But that peaceful protest turned into a riot just after 3 o'clock. When a handful of people flipped a Salt Lake City police car onto its side, then its roof, bringing cheers when the car was lit on fire.
The situation here, is obviously completely out of control at this point.
Salt Lake City Police, as well as law enforcement agencies throughout the Wasatch Front, came downtown to break that riot up. It took several hours, with people and officers being hurt in the clashes, but by 10 p.m., the riot was over. Plenty of damage was left behind, though, including graffiti and vandalism at the Utah State Capitol, the very symbol of our society.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter, no justice, no peace, but graffiti, damaging, our Capitol. We didn't win in this. We didn't prove nothing.
That day was just the beginning of a summer filled with protests. Most of them stayed peaceful, but a handful did turn violent, like this one in Provo, where the driver of this SUV kept going as protesters were in the road.
He was running them over, and then he got me. I ended up falling over to the side after he hit me.
A man on the street pulled out a gun, walked up to the SUV, and shot the driver. That driver ended up going to the hospital. He lived. The shooter was arrested. There was also this protest in Cottonwood Heights, where protesters marched on roads. Police asked them to stay off the roads, and when the people didn't listen, protesters and officers started fighting.
This is unbelievable!
Cottonwood Heights officers made several arrests, saying blocking traffic and marching in roads isn't something they would allow.
This isn't Salt Lake City, this is Cottonwood Heights. We're not going to take over residential streets and let people go to their homes.
Then in July in Salt Lake City, another protest turned riot. People smashing the windows of the Salt Lake County District Attorney's office and painting the building and street red after DA Sim Gill cleared officers of shooting and killing a man months before. Police didn't move in until 2 men started breaking those windows, resulting in another standoff between officers and protesters.
We just cannot allow that to happen. And so we ordered our officers, our mobile field force, and our public order unit to come in and to disperse the crowd.
It was a summer that will always be remembered in Salt Lake City, a summer full of anger, emotion, and actions, and scars that will still take quite some time to heal. For Year in Review, Alex Cabrera, KSL